Hi, hello. Welcome to the episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is November the 3rd, 2024. Hopefully, this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. Today has gone pretty well. Nice and slow, nice and lazy, just like we like our Sundays. I actually slept so much between last night and today. Like, I can't tell you the exact amount in terms of number, but on vibes, I know I slept like 2 times. I took a nap from, I think, around like 7:38, and I think I woke up, yeah, around 12. And then I think I fell back asleep at, I don't know, maybe around 4 or 5, maybe 3, and woke up again at around I don't know, 6:37. So a good amount of sleep for me. That's nice. We love to see it. But yeah, then I woke up. I got some groceries done, which was maybe the most integral part of my week. Given the finances and everything, I really tried to scale what I needed, my little grocery budget. I think I got in and out of there $36. So clap it up for me. Yay, 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 yay. Usually I'm about 40 to 60, sometimes even up to 100. Yeah, I know. I for one person, I know. I get a lot of groceries. I'm a grocery guy. But yeah, then I was actually able to get a couple of my treats too. My little, I don't want to call them essentials because I know I can live without them, but the things that I really want, the resources, if you will, if you're catching my meaning. So yeah, it's been a good day for that. I also got a good workout in, which was nice. Love to see a good pump session. So yeah, I mean, things are going good. I feel like my state of mind is nice. I'm in a good place. So hopefully it stays that way for the week. Hopefully we don't have any hiccups or bumps in the road. Let's see here. Food corner. Let's do a food corner. Yeah, this was a good one. We got lucky. Once again, the gods, the people above, or whatever, the universal algorithm, if you will, everything shined on us yesterday. All right. Um, I was, I'm hungry, as my fat asses want to do, and I was like, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? Everything's so tight. And then I remembered, Isaiah, I think you now have access to your Domino's account. And I've had issues before where I always have to like use a guest sign in because it like, oh, we have your email on file, but you can't sign into it for some stupid reason. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, Domino's, just do that to me. Awesome. But now they make it so it's like there's an end run around it. You can just like get yourself sent a code and you can get a like one time login, whatever. So I got in there and I was like, yes, I was right. And I had a free medium pizza, free 2 toppings. So there you go. So I ordered a medium New York style sausage and pineapple pizza, and it was very yummy. With the normal base, I didn't get weird with it or anything like that. But thinking about it, I probably should have went a barbecue base. That's true me. That's peak me. Kind of missed out there. But it had been a while since I got a Domino's pizza, so it was nice, kind of taking a bite out of that again. So yeah, it's been a good weekend to say the least. Despite all the money woes and problems and worries, I'm hoping that we're gonna make it out okay. You know what I mean? Keep rooting for me, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and do our startup and let's get into some news. Do. Oh, another way I lucked out today too. I was at the checkout aisle, and they had king size Kit Kats for 94 cents. I was like, yo, I don't know why these are reduced. I imagine they're getting too old or whatever. I guess they didn't sell enough for Halloween. But yeah, give me some full bar. Like, go ahead, let me have that. So had a little snack before I went on, so that was nice. All right, all right, all right. My first story is coming from The Guardian, though it is a Florida story about a terrible Florida man. Florida bail bondsman accused of coercing women to have sex for bond. A bail bondsman is facing criminal charges in Florida for allegedly approaching incarcerated women and offering to bond them out if they would give him sex in return. Russell Bruce Moncrief faces counts of human trafficking and racketeering, along with accusations that he used his authority within the criminal justice system to prey on particularly vulnerable women, said a recent news release from the office of the state attorney general Ashley Moody. Moody's office said Moncrief, 75, would target women jailed on accusations involving sex work or drugs, including in Orange County, where Orlando is. He would propose posting their bonds to await the outcomes of their cases from out of custody if they agreed to have sex with him afterwards, Moody's office alleged. The Moncrief bail bonds owner would allegedly settle for sex from someone outside of jail as compensation for his scheme, prosecutors said. And he purportedly would sexually proposition women whose bonds he posted to other buyers with whom he did business as part of what Moody's office statement dismissed as a sickening scheme. After bailing his victims out of jail, he continued to use his power over them to sell the women for sex to others for his own financial gain. Moncrief would additionally threaten to revoke or pull the bonds of the women whom he preyed, or to falsely accuse them of violations that would send them back into custody, to coerce their compliance, Moody's office charged. So just really grim, fucked up shit. Hold on, I have this from another article too, if I can find the quote. Let's see here. Sorry, there's a lot of ads here. But he would use these like code words too, where like when he was like sitting down with them to try to like initiate the deal or whatever, but like talking about like washing your car or licking your eyebrow, like lick your eyebrow, which I'm like, I don't understand how you say the latter in a conversation and it's like, okay, cool, deal's done. Now we got this sex arranged. Like, that's weird. It's super dark. It's super grim. Obviously, I'm glad this guy got busted. Actually, I want to read a little further. Moody's office said authorities learned of Moncrief's plot amid an investigation into a former defense attorney, John Gillespie, who was arrested on similar criminal allegations in 2020. Investigators alleged that victims of Gillespie had also been forced to engage in sex with Moncrief. If convicted as charged, Moncrief could receive up to 125 years in prison. Investigators who built the case against Moncrief said his alleged bonds for sex ruse dated back at least a decade. Also, his business was like started in 1978. So, I mean, who knows how long this guy was just running rampant, doing fucking God knows whatever. And it's also crazy that he has that kind of, power over someone to be like, yeah, I can get your shit revoked if you don't do what I fucking say. So, obviously really fucked up. And I got that one from The Guardian. Also, the additional information was from Baller Alert. So there you go there. Baller Alert. But yeah, let's go ahead and move along. From one crime to another crime. CNN. JP Morgan Chase customers who committed a viral check fraud scheme may soon have to pay up. Customers who allegedly withdrew money fraudulently from Chase Bank ATMs using an illegal scheme that blew up on TikTok over the summer could soon have to cut hefty checks back to the bank. These people who were able to withdraw funds by writing checks to themselves and immediately withdrawing funds before the checks bounced. Normally, the bank follows the industry standard of making a portion of any check available to customers before the funds clear. However, a temporary glitch allowed customers to withdraw more substantial amounts than typically allowed before a check clears. Now the bank is suing 4 customers who allegedly owe the bank nearly $662,000, according to 4 lawsuits. JP Morgan Chase, Chase parent company, filed Monday in 3 federal counts. In one case in Houston, involves a masked man who allegedly deposited $335,000 check to a defendant's account. Chase says the defendant owes $291,000, the most across all four cases, the bank said on Monday in a Texas filing. It's crazy that people thought they were going to get away with this scheme. I had initially heard this on the BBC and like hearing clips of like people on TikTok trying to like lay this shit out. Like, yeah, man, it's just like they're giving away free money. It's like, no, dude, and you know good and damn well that that's not what this is. And I mean, some people are more straight up about it, and that like they're more direct. Like, yeah, this is a scheme, this is a scam. But regardless, it's just crazy to think that you can believe what these guys are telling you, that you're gonna get away with this. Like, it's gonna be a-okay. They cannot stop it once it happens. Like, it's just some kind of clerical error that Chase is gonna be like, oops, oopsie daisy. I'm sure I've mentioned this before because we've talked a lot of bank stuff on here. But like I've had situations before where I was like, oh, it looks like I got money that I wasn't supposed to from like a thing, but I'm sure it'll be fine or whatever. I'm not really going to worry about it. I don't need my money. Best believe though, Chase Bank came back and got theirs. They just took that shit out of my account and they said, okay, we're good. And I'm like, but I have no money in my account now. And it's like, well, why did you spend that money? Well, good question. Good question, Chase. Because at the end of the day, you're on the hook for this shit. If you try to like run out on this, skip out on it, like, oh, it's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it. Like, no, man. Like, that's not your money. Chase knows it's not your money. It's their money, and they're gonna come and take it back. That's just the way this shit goes. So, you know, I would just say, hey, if you're thinking about doing it, I mean, I know this is kind of old news in terms of the scheme. Just don't. If you hear any kind of thing like this, whether it's Chase or another bank, don't do it. Because they're going to come back for theirs, and they're going to get it. And if you don't have it, then guess what? You're probably going to have to go back to jail or go to jail, what have you. You know what I mean? So just be careful out there. I know it's almost like a miracle when you wake up and you see something like that happen. And I mean, granted, this I'm saying it like this is some happy accident. In these situations, people are going out of their way to do an exploit on the system. So like they're really fucked here. But like even if this happens to you and on a lark, on like oh my gosh, I can't believe I just woke up with money in my account. You should probably call your guy. You should probably call the bank and say, hey, what's going on here? How did this money get here? I did not put it here. You know, what's up? What's going on? Because you just don't want to be on the hook for that shit. I tell you what. All right, now let's move on to our last story. We really did have 3 schemes. I just kind of realized that really wasn't the plan here, but you know, like the other one, this isn't as heavy as the first, so you know, little light. Let's like cool down. Let's take our last break, and we'll go ahead and get into it. Things are gonna get a little cheesy. Hooey. From the BBC. Man arrested after high-value cheese theft. A 63-year-old man has been arrested after hundreds of truckles of cheddar worth more than £300,000 were stolen from London cheese specialist Neal's Yard Dairy. Fun fact, a truckle of cheese is like the big, I guess, kind of, it almost look like a little barrel kind of thing of cheese. Like that's all a huge block, and it's called a truckle. I didn't know that till today, because I don't know. I just thought that would just be a cheese wheel. I didn't think too much about it. You can say I'm not very cultured, but hey, that's part of why I do this, so I can live and learn a little bit, you know, from the comfort of my dusty armchair. Anywho, on October 21st, police received a report of the theft from the manufacturer based in Southwark. The man was taken to a South London police station where he was questioned. Excuse me. He has been bailed pending further inquiries, which are ongoing. Fraudsters posing as legitimate wholesalers received 950 cheese or cloth-bound cheeses from the Southwark-based company before it was realized they were a fake firm. More than 22 tons of 3 artisan cheddars, Hafod Welsh, West Comby, and Pitchfork, which are all award winning and have high monetary value, were taken. Neal's Yard Dairy sells Hafford Welsh for £12.90 for 300 grams a piece, 300 gram piece, while Westcombe, or is it Westcombe? I don't know. I like saying Westcombe. Sounds fun. Cost 7.15 pounds for 250 grams, and Pitchfork is priced at £11 for 250 grams. So, I mean, this is seemingly pricey stuff. I mean, I've never paid that much for some cheese before. I have gone to some parties where my friends got fancy and they had a nice charcuterie board. This is another Morsel and Nosh plug. I had like some like Emperor Sage cheese or some shit, and it was so good. It was so good. So I mean, it's definitely like I would highly suggest if you're not lactose intolerant or whatever, you're a cheese person. It's nice to ball out on some cheese if you can get it. My broke ass cannot, but best believe if you get some and invite me to your party, I will be for sure to show and gobble on your cheese like a little rat. But no, this really, I was so surprised because I was like, wait, so this is just literally like an Ocean's 11 style griff, and they kind of got away with it. I'm not sure if all the cheese was recovered. That's kind of all they have here. But that being said, apparently this was like a big thing because this is like high gourmet cheese, and this is going out to a lot of like high tier, restaurants and things of that nature. So this was like big ripples in the market. Like even though Neal's was able to be like, okay, we're gonna take it on the chin here, pay you guys so that everything's on the level. There's no problem in terms of the people who legitimately bought the cheese, despite it's through fraud or whatever. That is apparently sending ripples in the cheese market. So I mean, I guess I'll keep you posted if there's any more cheesy news. I mean, hey, we went from moldy cheese, what was it, the top of the week or last week, whatever. And I mean, now we got cheese theft. It's a cheesy game out there. So cheese conflict. I don't know. I'm out. That's it. That's really all I have for today. Y'all know it's Sunday, so I try not to shill. So thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for being a friend. And hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah.